Hello and welcome back to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. It's Jeff and the Cajun Yeti here. And what we've got is the last and final installment of building the Harbormaster's office. This is set number 910040 with 2,418 pieces. We've done 2 other live streams. If you want to watch them, there is a playlist. I do recommend going back and watch all this. I'm going to go ahead and Yeti is here. And
hello, people.
And I apologize for the delay. I was having equipment issues, and not the kind that requires ED medication or anything, but the kind that has you turn off your computer.
What's up, Greg?
So, and Yeti, I heard a disgusting joke that I think I have to share with you, just because.
Oh yeah.
And then, okay.
Hey, Mrs. Chip.
It misses Chip. Okay. All right. The joke, like I said, is kind of gross. It says, that fart was so wet, I had to check if my underwear qualified for FEMA aid.
Oh damn. It's best you have the money on your own instead of going through FEMA. You're not going to get that cleaned up anytime soon or changed.
I think that's where you just throw it out and start all over.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. And I apologize because I had to reboot my computer. I had to close all my tabs. So everything I had open is I got to open it again, including the instructions. So I'm just trying to get that done here. Greg says, nothing much. Next week I go on my trip. All right. Dallas, Fort Worth, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, cool. It actually opened up to the very page that I was on before, even though I closed my computer. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And,
really? Turn it off.
I can hear you.
No, I'm talking about they're starting to hit me up now. I've been going pretty much all day, and I never get hear from anybody. I had doctor's appointments today, and it's like my phone was blowing up.
I don't know about you, but if I'm not doing anything, nobody gets a hold of me.
Right.
And then it seems like the minute I want to do something, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm the most popular person in the world.
That happened to me today.
All right.
So that'll take out my phone whenever I'm in public. I'm here to do business, get my stuff done, and get home. I can look at my phone at home.
So, Yeti, why did the guy take an extra pair of socks when he goes golfing?
I don't know this one.
In case he gets a hole in one.
Oh yeah, you told me that. I think the other night, huh? Was that last night?
I don't know. I just heard it I thought it was the first time I heard it today, but you know.
I thought you said that last night for some reason. Who did I hear that from then? What the hell?
I told the PMS joke last night. All right. Well, see, Greg says I'm on a Law and Order SVU binge. Actually, that is one of my favorite shows. Me and Mrs. Chip used to watch that show together. And one of my favorite things is to learn new vocabulary. And Mrs. Chip, in the chat, what was that word? I know what it is. I just want to know if you remember. What was that word that we came across for the first time that we had to look up and we started using it? It's not a cuss word, I promise.
No, but funny. I'm laughing because me and Tiffany's had similar situations to where SVU special. Is that the one where Chris was in it? That's the one that's been going on for like 20-something years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show. I loved it with Ice-T in there. That was a damn good show. Man, a lot of those people are dead from that show now. I tried to watch it the other day. It's just not the same.
What I can never say her name right. Detective Benson. What's her name in real life?
I don't know her real name.
It's like Mariska Hard. Yeah, I can't. Not even gonna try.
I watched it mainly because I was like, Ice-T's playing a cop on TV. I gotta see this.
Yeah.
The
irony.
Right? Especially, he says that's all his roles have ever been. New Jack City, he was a cop.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I do like his acting in that show.
I know he has a real badge. Miss Jim said she has some fun training single soldiers today. Lucky.
I don't think Mrs. Chip's paying attention. The word was scintilla, which means a very minute amount. And me and Mrs. Chip. What's that?
You thought they were making up words on the show just to throw something out to see if people are really paying attention to their show?
Well, I was okay with that new word until Mrs. Chip used scintilla referring to me and something else. But anyway, I'm just kidding.
That show really went downhill after that Chris Elliott's character went away. It stayed up a little bit, but it just over progressed. I think they went past what they can give it.
Yeah, and the other thing too is that they started, what do you call it? They did bring them back after a while, by the way.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't like it either, and I also didn't like the fact that they tried to make him out to be someone who had an anger problem.
Yeah.
Because I liked this character, and I didn't want to see them do that to him. I mean, granted, yeah, if you shove somebody through a wall, you do have an anger problem, but I'm not saying he didn't on the show. I just didn't like them doing that to him.
No. They could have wrote him off something better than that because he's not in it anymore. Like I said, I tried to watch. I think they're on the number 25th or 26th season the other day.
Yeah.
They're up there in those. They're almost caught up to the Simpsons. It would have been good if they would have kept going with the direction they would have. I mean, if that actor would have stayed on there, it would have been real good. I mean, they had a lot of guest actors and stuff.
You know, that is one thing I did like about that show. They had I don't know her name, but she was in Goonies.
Yes.
She was in there she played a sick character, but I loved it though. And they also had Molly Ringwald in there from 16 Candles.
Yeah.
And she played a blind lady who got, well, I can't say that word here on YouTube, but assaulted in a certain way. And I liked that one. That was a good episode.
Man, there's a bunch that stick out, especially that one, that dude, whenever he beat up the psychiatrist, Dr. Wong, I think it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you remember that? Whenever he got physically aggressive in that? Yeah. I've seen pretty much every episode except for the new stuff.
Yeah. Well, same here. I've seen quite a few of them. It was harder to see them once we moved to Germany, but we found a way to watch it on the internet. But anyway.
Back in the day before they had Netflix and all this other stuff.
Yeah, we probably watched a bootleg copy, but I don't care.
I got to watch it, though.
All right. So I got another dumb joke. What do you call it? What's that?
I said, bless your heart.
Bless your heart. All right. What do you call a cow with just two legs?
I don't know.
It's lean beef.
Lean beef. Crowdfunding is over. Which one did you get, Greg? I was thinking about getting the popcorn thing, but then I was like, nah, I don't want it.
I managed to order each one of them. And in fact, today I woke up to a nasty surprise, man. I No, Mrs. Chip wasn't around. But no, I woke up to a nasty surprise in that my credit card. I looked at it and I'm like, how do I have an extra $1,000 on it? Like, charged to it.
Mhm.
And then I looked at it and it's like Lego.com. And I was like, oh. And I looked at my order history and Series 4, it was exactly to the penny what I ordered. So they don't charge it until it ships. So that means it's either shipped or gonna ship in the next couple days.
Wow.
So I'm looking forward to that. And in fact, we have 2 more sets out of this series to build. And I was going to space them out, but because
they really took them off, you can't buy no more.
Yeah. But because of it, I'm going to go ahead and these new ones coming in, I'm probably going to speed it up and do these a lot quicker than I originally planned. So
I kind of
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said I kind of wanted to get it, but then I forgot to order it, and I'm like, and then I'm looking at it right now, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't miss out much.
Yeah, I kind of don't really like the series come out. I like the Transylvania one, but I think that's about it. Or wait, I don't think Transylvania is this one. I think that's the next one.
No, it's this one. It's wave 5.
Let's see.
Adventures in Transylvania. The only reason why I didn't spend the money on it is because of the open back. I don't like open backs.
Yeah.
I mean, that was $379. I mean, yeah, you get the part ratio and the part count, but then I'm going to want to modify it. That's what I don't like about some of them. That's the reason why I didn't.
Well, I
almost bought the antique shop.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I don't know. I was quite impressed with most of them. I mean, I don't like all of them. I think it's the well, okay. Let's see. I'm talking about Series 4. That one was you had to order it like what was it 6 months ago. And that one has the merchant boat, the Wild West train, medieval seaside market, the siege encampment, and Riverside Scholars. Those ones I like. I did not like the Mushroom Village with Series 5. I kind of thought that was, in my opinion,
like damn Smurfs.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
It looks like the Smurfs without the license.
Well, if they would have had
collecting dreams, that would be perfect because in dreams they have those mushroom houses and stuff like that. Now the only one that would have made sense for me to buy was that Thieves of the what you call it. But I couldn't afford it. I'm not even gonna lie, that was too much for me. I would have bought it if I'd have had it because that right there would have been perfect to go on my layout that I'm doing. I have 3 separate layouts that I'm working on. One is my island. That's going to be connected on the bottom. It's going to be on one half of my room.
Okay.
Real quick.
What's the other 2?
I have
the church, right?
Well, no. There's 2 different layouts. That's going in the city. There's 2 different layouts. There's my city that's going to be on the top. And on the bottom of my floor, there's going to be the woodland area that's going to end up meeting up with the ocean land, with the ocean. And then I'm going to have an island off into the distance, a little bit into the distance in that. And I'm going to have Pirates and Shipwreck Bay. And I already have the other one that's already scattered that's just going to connect to both of them.
Okay.
Why are you barking?
Well, I like the idea of an island like that.
Yeah. I've been wanting to do it, and then I want to take if I can ever build my back porch.
Okay.
I like the locomotive and the hot air balloon that's coming out.
Yeah, you know, my dad's not a huge Lego fan, but at my birthday, I showed him the locomotive, and he actually says he wants to get it.
I don't blame him.
I think it's a great set myself. I'm going to at least I want to get it, get the instructions, and then once I have the instructions, build different color schemes for different railroads.
I'm looking at Series 8 right now. I want that coconut cape. That's pretty cool. That'd be good for my island. Oh, it's open back, but I wouldn't care about that. I'd put it up against the wall.
Yeah. Well, what about what's the name of that tribe in the Indian Ocean that you're not allowed to go visit because they don't have contact with humans?
Oh, I don't know.
The one with that guy. I mean, I don't remember the name, but the guy got killed because he went there to preach Jesus to him, and they put a spear through his chest. I'm just saying, maybe on your island you should have a group of them. I actually think it'd be kind of cool. I mean, not having a spear go through the guy's chest, but I mean, you know, just have some grass huts going.
Hey, did you see that castle that's coming out?
I did not.
That Denmark?
No, I didn't.
When you get time, check it out. It's Denmark Keep.
Okay.
That one's pretty bad. I like it. It looks like an actual castle from Denmark almost. And then you get a bunch of knights and horses and stuff, like real horses, not stupid brick built.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the brick built horses.
I'm not neither. That's why the Yellow Castle, the second one that came out, I was a fan of that one more than I was a fan of the original.
Oh, I was meaning to mention this. I like to always give you guys a little bit of a head of what's going to be going on in the channel, and let's go over what's going to happen over the next couple days here. Let's see.
The calendar balance.
So tomorrow is a shop update. Thursday will be a Lego haul video. Friday is going to be the Medieval Dragon 3-in-1 reviewing of all three versions side by side. Saturday should be a release of the Avengers Tower. Updates on that. And then Sunday, we are going to do the first part 1 of the River Steamboat, since I want to put that in my city as soon as possible. So that's what's going on for the next couple days over here.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like you got plans. Better get to work. Chop, chop. No.
Actually, I do need to get to work because I haven't really. It's not that I don't want to do it necessarily, but the Avengers Tower is taking a lot longer. And I mean, I guess truly in the end, it is because I don't want to do it.
You should probably look up a rebrickable to get you to help you out to build the floors. I've seen they got a couple of them that if you take like 7 of them together, and then I know you got like 10, so they make a bigger one and they do all the instructions for you.
That actually doesn't sound like
you're just gonna mod it out.
Yeah.
Because if you're getting stumped with building techniques, it's either best to try to find somebody in the community that builds stuff like that, or especially in the lug, in your case, or you go to Rebrickable if you want to do it yourself and not have to rely on other people for their opinion, you know, or if they're available to help or anything like that. I always check people's work before I start looking, and then I get some ideas, and then I try to create my own thing. That's just how I am. Everybody
Yeah,
different.
I just don't want to do it, to be honest. It's um, I don't know why. I started off with so much enthusiasm towards doing it, and then I just ran out of steam, and I'm just like, man, I don't want to. And I think part of it might be the fact that, gosh, I hate to bring up drama, but speaking of lugs, there's somebody in my lug who keeps putting pressure on me to bring it to shows, and I don't want to bring it to shows.
That's probably why you don't want to build it.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at it, it's not a steady building because the way that it's designed, because you got that one part that just lays on there and it doesn't connect. Mm-hmm. So the building's really weak, and my my daily bugle that I built, it was built for strength, and it still falls apart sometimes in transport. And so I don't want to go through trouble.
I'm scared to touch my bugle. Every time I move, I'm glad I got it on a Mills plate. That's the best thing I've ever done for it. Put it on a Mills plate.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Mills plating too. And Greg is asking for a link to the Steamboat one, and I don't have a problem with that at all. In fact, when I set it up about 24 hours before, sometimes closer to it because I'm lazy, but I will get to it and I'll send you a link. It's not a problem at all.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
What was the Steamboat? Was that off of the last series or something?
I
don't really pay attention to the Bricklink Designer Programs stuff, is because it's very expensive, number one, and I don't want to get shot.
Oh, you mean from Tiffany?
Yeah, I don't want to disappear. I'm good. She lets me have my fun with my Lego, and every now and again she lets me get big sets. I end up getting to spend about $400 or $500, but every now and again, but I can't do that. Now, if I'd be selling stuff, especially like a Bricklink store or something like that, then I wouldn't have a problem with it, and I would just go off and do it. But whenever it's a big purchase like that, I like to consult with her. I don't just make big purchases without talking to her first.
I used to include Mrs. Chip, but then I'm just kidding. I do the same thing actually. I don't spend her money without. Well, it's kind of funny because my Bricklink money I get is pretty much mine. So if I'm using Bricklink money, I don't include her. But if it's just like the money in our account, yeah, I include her because I don't want her to go there and all of a sudden it's like, what do you mean $700 is gone? She killed me.
Yeah, that freaked me out, especially with the day that we live in now. The people that just get your account hacked, the next thing you know, you got money missing and stuff like that. I got a couple of projects that are coming up after this off of Rebrickable I'm going to be doing this month.
Now, is Rebrickable like a subscription service, or do you buy the?
No, you go individually. Okay. I can show you how to use it. It's simple. It's really simple. It's easier than using Bricklink.
Well, Bricklink's pretty tough to use.
It's way easier than that. It's easier than Lego's website. You just gotta type the stuff in. It's easy. It's nothing to be intimidated by. I'm not intimidated by it at all. I learned how to use that before I learned how to use Bricklink. Yeah, it's not.
Well, the only thing I'm intimidated by is Mr. Chip. And that's only when she's angry.
You won't like me when I'm angry.
Well, one thing that makes her mad, and I guarantee to make her mad, tell her she's cute when she's angry.
I do that to Tiffany all the time. You're so cute. Then I poke her on her nose. She gets mad.
Well, Greg asked which ones I'm looking forward to in Series 7. I ended up, well, we haven't been able to order them yet, but I ended up deciding against the Walt, the little robot. I don't know. That one doesn't do it for me.
What you mean? There's like 6 and 7 already out? I thought they were just on Series 5. What was this last one with that popcorn card?
The popcorn part was Series 5, and they've announced the sets, but you can't buy them yet for the other series.
Yeah, I've seen that, and I'm like, what the hell? I guess they're trying to give you some time to be able to get your financials in order to where you can afford it.
Well, they need to give me about 10 years so I can go to med school. Is what they need to do. That's the only way I can afford this stuff. I actually thought about becoming a physical therapist, but I looked into the schooling for it, and man, if I was 20 again, maybe. But now that I turned 50, I don't feel like going to school.
I don't blame you.
But there's the sushi restaurant in Series 7, Greg, that I think is really cool. And I do want that one because I'll put that one right in my city.
See that man that just got a college degree and he's like 78 years old?
No.
Yeah. There was a guy in the news about that. I'm 78 years old, went back to school, got him a college degree. I don't know
That's
what in way, but I just thought it was pretty cool that he went through all the courses. Comic, go lay down.
I think that's pretty cool myself, Ed. Ugh. Oh, I do have a job interview for Thursday, by the way. I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to jinx it. So once I what the heck? How did I get a hairpiece in here?
Oh, Lucy, you've been doing something that you're not supposed to be doing.
There we go. Oh, man. Of course, something else falls out. Oh, well, I'm leaving it. I ain't going to fix all that.
Oh, yeah. I'll wait for you.
The ship in the alchemist shop is what Greg's saying he's looking forward to. That's cool, man. Well, you remember I was telling you how cold it was here? Well, got to 38 the other night. Well, it corrected itself, and it's been nice and warm today. In fact, I spent time out in the shop today, and I got too warm. I had to come in and take a nap. It made me so tired for being out in the heat.
Especially in them buildings that don't have AC or especially that you would need like fans and stuff like that in there, that shop.
Yeah, I definitely need to invest in some fans, dude. In fact, I was thinking about investing in OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, who you got on tap? No, I'm joking.
How's your church coming along, man?
It's coming. Look at the church.
Do you know why orphans go to church?
Because so they could call the priest father.
Exactly. And do you know
it is because they don't know what it's like to call a man. Horrible. Man.
Well, do you know what you call an orphan that takes a selfie? It's called a family portrait.
Oh man, damn. Hey Yeti, who that? Who that said they're gonna beat them Saints? Who that? No, I don't mind saying that. But if you get people in here start asking me to say shoot them, I'm not saying that. I said it once right now, and I'm not giving another example. I'm not from that type of Cajun. That's a different type of Cajun.
So are you saying you don't relate with swamp people or something?
No, not at all. I might look like a swamp thing, but I'm not related.
Okay, well, fair enough.
I remember the old swamp thing.
I think it's a pretty cool sign right here. The boat.
Yeah. I'm both, man. I live right next to Lafayette, Louisiana. So, and then I got LSU. So I'm like stuck in the middle of them. So I'm both. I pull for pretty much any Louisiana team. Whether they win or lose, it doesn't matter. I still stick to my home team. LSU just won, I think the guys baseball, like their series. They just won championships.
I think for me, the more important question is, do you take one for the team?
No, I will never do that for you.
Oh, okay.
Stop acting, Jeff. No, I'm just picking. That's only on Tuesdays. Wait, oops, I screwed up. It is Tuesday. I got that saying from Wimpy.
Oh, yeah.
I'll gladly play you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Actually, I love that movie with Robin Williams, man.
Yes, I do too. That's my favorite. If the rumors are correct, they're remaking it with The Rock in it, and I don't understand.
I'm not sure I like that.
No, I don't like that neither. Why remake a classic movie that's already been made and it was done right? They ended it right. They did everything right. They didn't need a sequel to it. They had everything. It was good. Leave the movies alone. Stop messing up. Could you imagine for the people that would be alive that originally started in cinema over 100 years ago, and to see where it is right now, and to see how crappy it got so good in the 90s, 80s and 90s, 70s, 80s, and 90s was like its peak. In that, like, we had some of the best movies that ever came out. The classics are great. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. Whenever like Casablanca, Young Frankenstein, all them old movies like that. Do not get me wrong. Whenever I say that, but the movies and the quality has went down a lot. It's like they're not even trying.
Oh, I agree with that. Like some of the classics to me is like Goonies, Ghostbusters,
Hell yeah,
Gremlins.
Background.
Actually, I was thinking about the Gremlins the other day.
The smirk. I got the minifigures from Dimension.
Oh yeah,
I got Gizmo and Stripe. Damn right.
No, Stripe was a cool character, man. I liked his mohawk.
Being near me is McNeese. Armor sucks and hard pipe. Oh damn.
Well, and also I would say probably one of the first teen movies I remember was Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh man, that's a classic right there, bro. That is a good classic movie right there, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. There's some good actors in that movie.
Yeah. And that thing, like, I mean, it's years ago, but the thing is, like, I think anybody our age knows that movie. I mean, it's
yeah, that movie is embedded like Goonies, like Ghostbusters. You know, we had 3 major movies come out in 1989, and it just dawned on me. We had Batman, we had the Ninja Turtles, and then we had Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Those major
Oh, yeah.
blockbusters that came out. There was three great. It just goes to show you in that one period of time right there, and how much they were doing to compete with each other. That's what I always did love the competition. More competition. I've always thought that it makes the product better.
Yeah. Well, you're right. That was a good era in movies, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with Rick Moranis.
Yeah, we had Spaceballs in the 80s.
Oh, that's right.
Spaceballs. We had Spaceballs, bro. We had National Lampoon's Vacations. Christmas Vacation is still one of my favorite Christmas movies because it makes me feel like I'm at home when I watch it. It's so damn dysfunctional.
Dude, I love that movie though.
I do too. It's my favorite. It's right next to Gremlins, my other Christmas movie, because the first one is a Christmas movie because they're in that town and it's covered in snow and they got Christmas music on and she's making gingerbread man.
Well, I love the part of Christmas Vacation when that little girl was talking about Santa Claus and she's like, and we haven't seen Christmas.
Yeah, go. In like 3 or 4 years, and we were good, and we didn't do nothing. We just keep getting the shaft. He said.
And I love when he tells her, she's like, "We're shitting a brick," and he's like, "Honey, you shouldn't use that word." She goes, "I'm sorry, shitting stones."
Shitting rocks. But she said we're shitting rocks, and then she switched to shit and stones, I think, or it's vice versa.
Yeah, it was crazy. That's what I loved about it. I don't think they could have had a better person play Cousin Eddie though.
No, that dude's an idiot. Hey, Clark, you remember my favorite part of that movie is right before they go down on that sled with that industrial spray, and he tells them, "Oh, don't you go be putting none of that on my Clark. You remember that metal plate I had in my head? Oh, how can I forget, Eddie?"
Yeah.
He said, well, every time Catherine rev up the microwave, I'd stand there pissing my pants and lose my memory for about a half an hour. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Well, Greg is saying he's ready for Spaceballs 2. I hope that those were not just rumors. I hope that's
it's not. Mel Brooks has confirmed it. Mel Brooks at 98 is going to direct it, and he's going to act in the movie. They're already shooting it.
Well, I heard he's going to play Yogurt again.
Yeah.
They better hurry up.
I don't think he's going to be the evil boss man again. The one that had the can of air, and then he opened up the can of air looking like a Miller Lite can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What about the Naked Gun movies?
Oh, my son Spencer loves those movies, man.
And how they started off like a classical James Bond type stuff, and he just running over people. It's funny.
Oh yeah, what about the one they started off as like a pinball game with the siren? But
yeah, that's how they always started them off. It's just a little pinball. Hey, he's done. I think that's either this. That might be the first one or the third one. I'm not too sure. I haven't watched them in a while. Yeah, I think I watched them last year. I haven't seen Christmas with the Cranks. Yes, I've seen Christmas with the Cranks. I like that movie.
Christmas with the Cranks. I don't think
I've ever had Tim Allen and old girl from Halloween. Or if you know her from True Lies, if you were born later on in the 90s. With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that's from Homeward Bound.
Oh yeah. Believe it or not, Disney had that movie on the other day, and I was like, what the hell? I haven't seen that in so long. Because one of my streaming services has Live, and they have the Disney Channel on it, and they were playing it, and I was like, man, I remember that movie being real sad though.
I like that movie. I thought it was pretty funny. I love the cat Sassy in
Yeah,
there.
Sassy, Chance, Shadow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, believe it or not, I own both of those movies on VHS.
Oh, on VHS. All right.
I'll go back with them, bro. Like, yeah, I'm looking for them right now. They're right above my head. I got Ralph, the mouse on the motorcycle. You remember him?
Yep.
Rookie of the year. That was really good, but that was late 90s. Casper.
Casper the Friendly Ghost, huh?
Yeah, I enjoyed the live action. It was good. I think that was the last movie I saw with my mom in the theaters, believe it or not.
You know, I heard a very traumatic supposed backstory to Casper the Friendly Ghost. Some people are saying he was a kid that was supposed to have died in a car accident.
He is supposed to be Richie Rich.
Richie Rich, okay.
He's supposed to be the deceased son of Richie Rich, or something like that. There's
Oh boy. Oh, I'll tell you what, guys. I've been trying to kick my drinking energy drinks habit, and it's kicking me back.
you got to get off of that, man. You love your kidneys.
I do.
Well, you won't have them for much longer if you keep drinking. It's bad, bro. I was bad off on them. I'm not gonna lie. I drank them all the time. But then I found out it was causing me anxiety, anxiousness, and all these other problems that I just don't need.
Well, and that's kind of what I'm noticing too. Is I'm noticing anxiety as well as it takes more and more like drinking more of it to feel awake, and I don't want to be hooked to that stuff, dude.
No, I don't blame you at all, man. Not off of that. Not that stuff. You don't want to be addicted to crap.
Johnny's here.
What's up, John?
I kind of feel like the Shining.
Damn. Well, that sucks, John.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, John. And like I was saying, saying Johnny reminds me of The Shining. Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
And you know, I watched that as a kid when it came out, and that part with the bathtub totally freaked me the heck out.
Oh yeah, with the that movie there really freaked me out too. Yeah. I can agree with that one. That was a freaky movie, man.
Well, going back to what we were talking about earlier, the wife in The Shining is Olive Oil in Popeye.
Yep. That's right. She just recently passed away too. I think last year.
Really, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she had some health issues. Poor thing. I try to keep up with the celebrities that I like. But what's sad is, man, it's like all the celebrities that I really cared for and I wanted to meet in my life are gone. Because I was a huge Robin Williams fan. Still am to this day.
Yeah, he's a good one. And I don't know if you knew, but Robin Williams used to sneak over to Iraq and do shows for the troops that were stationed there.
Yeah, I knew that.
So
it's the only way they could get him into the country without making a big skirmish.
Yeah.
They had to do it like that. It was for his protection and everybody else's. But I considered him a national treasure, you know?
Well, speaking of protection, Trojan.
Trojan man. Maybe they should have used that. Maybe none of us would beat. No, I'm just kidding. Terrible. Maybe none of us would be.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
So next time you see your mom and dad, you tell them thank you. Just don't tell them why. No, I'm joking. Don't do that. That's awkward. That's weird. Don't do that.
Well, on Father's Day, I saw this meme that was floating around, and it said, Father's Day, thank your father for you being here because your mom probably wasn't even in the mood.
Oh, I saw that. Good morning, Vietnam. Yep. That was one of my favorite movies. Him
Oh,
and
yeah.
Forrest Whitaker, I think it is.
Well,
Yeah.
I love the part of Good Morning Vietnam where he's going through that whole entire list about if you do this, you're going to piss off this guy, and you're going to end up with KP and all these initials.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Yeah, to the LBB to the
yeah.
Robin Williams was in Law and Order. Was he?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
I remember that episode. I wouldn't be surprised, man. He played in 1 Hour Photo, man. He was a complete psychopath. If you go, what's the other movie he did that he was complete? No, not Death to Smoochie. What was the other one? Insomnia. That was a more serious role for him, and it was crazy. No,
I'll have to look that up.
Mm-hmm. He played serious roles, and he was very good at it too. That's what was impressive, is because how he could turn off that comedy to go into this serious to that. That man, he was underestimated into the community, into the movies and everything else. I think people really underestimate his acting skills. They took him. Some of those comedians and stuff like that, when they're dealing with depression, it's because nobody usually takes them serious. And us as people, we end up putting people in a typecast to where that dude that played Anakin Skywalker, all he can do now is play Anakin Skywalker because nobody else would see him as anything else. Aiden Christensen, you know?
Yeah.
It was hard for me to sit there and kept telling myself that whenever Obi-Wan in McGregor was playing, whenever he was playing in as Black Mask and what is it, Bird of Prey, I think it is, the movie, the Harley Quinn, it's Bird of Prey, it's the Harley Quinn movie, and he was Black Mask in it, he was Roman Static, and I had to keep telling myself then he's just an actor.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me when I saw the character that plays Harry Potter.
Robert, what was it? Red. I can't think of his name. I haven't seen him in anything else. He's always going to be Harry to me.
Well, yeah, there was a movie that he played, and I don't remember because I didn't watch the whole thing. I couldn't. But the part that I saw was he got up in the middle of the night because this baby started crying, and he was the father of the baby, and he gets up and picks up the baby out of the crib, and I couldn't watch it because it was like he's Harry Potter. I expect him to pull out his little magic wand and say something. What's that?
That's what I'm talking about. That's the reason why you don't see a lot of the child actors that we grew up with. That's why they faded away, is because they were typecast. You know, they played that role so perfect that you can't see them being anything else.
Yeah.
And there is confirmed that there's going to be another Harry Potter movie where they're older. So people are demanding it. A lot of the kids that were back in the day that were fans of it are going to be, or older now. They're in their 20s and 30s, that grew up in that time period.
Yeah. And hey, Jody, how you doing? It's always good to see you guys here. Well, I am going to accelerate the set schedule of live streams just because I got to get through the camper. Well, that's only a one streamer, though, a one episode. But I got to do the Art of Chocolate, and I want to get those done before the next series comes in, and I know it ships because they charged my credit card this morning. So
What series is that one?
Series 4.
I only collect a couple of them out of the series. You know, every time I think I need it. You know, like if something I can use this, and I see that I want for the city or island sets, if they're not like $500-600 freaking dollars, I might pick them up. But man, whenever you look at them, and then they're like $200-300, it's like really. I got other projects I need to do for the city.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Got to do it sparingly because, yeah. And I'm sorry, I called you Jody. It's Jodo, and I knew that because you've been on my streams before. I apologize, Jodo. And you got the GWP candy store. No, I do not.
There's a GWP candy store?
Now, I did build the GWP Baby Astronaut last night on Yeti's stream. Me and Yeti.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Yeah, I hung out with Yeti last night on his stream, and he was building the church. And Scott Fox was there, and I don't remember who else was there. Panda.
Yeah, me and Scotty do a show on Monday nights.
2 Cajuns, 1 brick, right?
That's right.
Is that going off the thing about 2 kids in a sandbox or whatever 2 kids want?
No, it's more like the other thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you want me to say it through the street, but I can.
No, I think I'm good.
So you know what I'm talking about then.
I can't confirm or deny that.
I could give you a hint. It's not really perverted. It's not really that bad. But I didn't come up with the name. It's just a cup. We changed the cup to brick. And that was Scotty. That was not me.
Oh, is that the one about 2 girls, 1 cup or something?
2 girls, yeah, 1 cup. Don't look
Yeah.
that up.
Yeah, please don't look that up.
Yeah, don't look that up. No, I do not recommend that video. No, if you want to look at videos.
I forgot to tell you that I was asking for a friend.
You sure? I don't think you were.
It's close to the GWP flower shop. No, okay. I did not end up getting that one. There's that Jane Austen one that's out right now, but I don't have anything.
I did get that. I got that coming in tomorrow. I bought the Jaws. I bought the Jaws set. I bought another road plate, so whenever I do my Krusty Burger. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I got the Krusty Burger. Oh,
sweet.
I want to build it into a parking lot, but I don't want it too big. But I want it enough to where that you could just go around, or like they do. I saw a rebrickable where somebody actually made it into a corner, to where you drive on the road, and then you just come out through right there, and you get back out. And it's not that taking up that much space, but it's still a corner spot,
Okay.
Saw that. I'm gonna build it. Greg's asking how's the cats. It's close. And Enzo.
Well, Enzo's doing pretty good. He's sleeping right next to me. Come here, Enzo.
Yeah, booch. Yeah, big bougie. Oh, hi, Enzo.
Enzo, are you cute?
Yeah.
Hey, are you cute?
Yeah.
Well, come on. Are you cute? Speak. Oh, come on, loud. Speak. Good boy.
No. I think I teach Comet how to speak.
This guy here, it's been a challenge having him.
Oh, they are. It's like that's your babies. You gotta take care of them like babies until they get older, and then they just start getting into the routine. Once they're into their own routine, you know, Mr. Chip says Enzo is a cutie dog.
He is. You know, Enzo being a rescue has made it harder than because I've had other dogs, and they were far easier than Enzo. But yeah.
Hey, come here. So my big poochie right here.
Oh, all right. Let's put that on. How do I do that?
Come here.
There we go.
Oh, come here. Say hi to everybody. You watch his TV every now and again. All right, baby. What's your name? I know you've been hanging out with brother all day. You haven't seen me. He loves his big brother, his older brother. That's it. I guess that's all I'm getting from him. Oh, yeah?
Let's see. Max is doing well. He needs to lose about 30 pounds. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I don't know if you've ever seen Max. Max is I think his heaviest he was 22 pounds and he's a cat.
Oh, that's I think how much Comet weighs right now. Somewhere between 20 and 30 pounds. He's big, and he's still a pup. How old is Enzo?
We don't really know. I think he's around 7 or 8. But I don't know.
He doesn't look that old, though.
No, I've had him 3 years now.
Hey. Look at Scotty.
Hey, Scott, how's it going?
What's up, Scotty? And thank you, Mrs. Chip. Yeah, he's a little cutie. Believe it or not, after Paisley died, because I had a Chihuahua, my little girl, she was about 13 years old. She lives a good long life, you know. I just guess I can't, you know. But that was my little yapper. When you probably first met me, you heard her in the background. Shut up, Paisley. She'd never shut up, either. Him? You better talk.
If Scott wants to join us, Yeti, I think you have his contact, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can always forward him the link I forwarded you. If he has a minute.
I will never do that without your permission. What are we talking about? No, I'm just joking.
We were talking about breast implants.
Wow, there we go. It's a hell of a subject. Now, do you like them firm or hard to where they can knock you out? No, I'm just joking.
Well, I don't discriminate. I like them all. Anyway.
Floating devices. That's horrible. Terrible. I appreciate it, but I'm good for the stream tonight.
All right, man. Well, appreciate that.
He's probably tired, man. They've been making him go out there. He's an electrician, so, you know, he has to get up in those attics and that. And down here, man, it's hot. It was a lot cooler today because we had rain over here, but I don't know if they did because I'm 2 hours literally away from it. They have weirder weather sometimes than we do. Because I kid you not, I'm not joking. When I went into the eye doctor's office today, whenever we were going, I checked the thermostat on my dashboard, and it was 92 degrees.
Cow.
Yeah, it was 92 degrees with the heat index of 107. And by the time I got out, it was 77 degrees because of a storm that blowed in. It dropped us all the way to 77 degrees. So it was nice. It was nice
All right.
after the storm blowed in.
Well, since Mrs. Chip's trying to troll me, I can't let that slide. Mrs. Chip, since you're my wife, that means I own you. So me having breast implants means you having breast implants.
Hey Jeff, you remember that stuff about not getting shot? Are we trying now?
And I'm only joking for those who don't know.
Yeah, we know you're joking. I think everybody's in here is used to you by now.
I'd hope
If
so.
not, they must be new. Very new.
Scott says, I got lucky with a little afternoon shower, cool off the attic a tiny bit before I went up.
Yeah. That's why I'm hoping whenever he does my AC ducts that it's on a rainy day, really, because it'll be a lot cooler plus in the house and plus in that attic. I don't like the way you set up this house. This house, I don't like it. If I had the money, I'd redo everything in it.
Oh, wait a minute now. Mrs. Chip says as long as she gets to pick the size. Well, I don't have any money, but I'm sure I can come up with it.
Y'all don't need that. Y'all wow. Y'all stupid.
Well, I think I figured out why Mrs. Chips and my relationship works so well.
Because y'all have the same humor.
Well, it's because the sticker right here. The sticker explains it all.
Uh-huh. Small vessels only. Oh my God. Wow. That's not right. This is
It's
not right. Well. Well, it ain't the big show.
Yeah, check back tomorrow. We need to start a GoFundMe to get Chip's tits.
Oh, you're bad. Terrible.
Not a bad idea. That's one way to go about it.
Y'all crazy.
In my case, I need a breast reduction, but anyway.
Y'all gotta take pictures and y'all gotta put in the arm of an angel. If y'all donate today, with Sarah McLachlan in the background, go like, manipulate the hell out of some people just to donate money. Hey, the Simpsons did that stuff with their neighbors just to get a chair, and they got mad. Homer did that. I couldn't believe that they did that. They done did the dang thing. You know what I'm saying there?
I think I done did that. Yep.
Done did that. The only done did. Diddly diddly dum diddly. I'm kind of curious to see how King of the Hill is going to play out with the new season that's coming out where they made everybody older.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I wonder how they're going to do Luann, or if they're going to get somebody that can voice act old girl Brittany Murphy's voice.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to. This is crazy, dude.
I totally paused back there. I don't know why I like that movie so much, but I did like that movie, Clueless, with Alicia Silverstone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, that movie. It was so stupid, it was annoying. It was funny, you know? And then they had Ant-Man in there, bro. Ant-Man was in that movie. That's old. It reminds me of the stoplight scene where she's like, I totally paused back there. When COVID was hitting us at the hardest, she was doing TikToks and she was dressing up in all those old clothes that she had from that movie.
You know, wasn't she the one that started?
Better than our OnlyFans. Well, yeah, I'd agree with Scotty too on that one, Mrs. Chip. I sure do. Yeah,
So didn't Silverstein? Didn't she start her own like movie production company?
she might. I don't know what she's been doing. She might. She looked like she's still living a good life, so she managed her money right.
Yeah, wasn't she was also I think in one of Aerosmith's
Yes,
videos.
Brian.
Yes,
That's crazy. She was in both. Her and his daughter. Liv Tyler was in that one too.
good times, good times.
Hell yeah, man. That's it. There was no greater, there was no greater decade to live in out of the 90s because we had everything. We had everything from the 70s plus the 80s. And then you had all the new stuff from the 90s. And I remember how colorful everything was. They've been talking about how McDonald's doesn't look like more like a boys' home or a detention center than it does like a fun, magical place like it used to.
Well, kind of related to that, I was reading today that Walmart is going to be pulling its self checkout from several stores because they thought they were saving money because they're no cashiers, but the amount that they're losing from people not scanning stuff or not scanning it properly, either way, basically theft.
Right.
They're taking it out of a lot of stores.
Good. They're not going to do ours because they just remodeled that, but good. It needs to go back to human beings. I don't like ringing up my own damn groceries when I go to the store. That's what I'm paying y'all for. That's the reason I'm buying your product. I was a cashier. No, I don't want to be my own. Sometimes I do. This depends on what I have to do. Like if we got to do multiple transactions, I don't want to put that on somebody else. I'd rather do it myself.
Well, that's something that my son kind of used to criticize me for, because he used to be like, "How come you never use self checkout? You're being old." And I told him that number one, I didn't like how it took away jobs from people, and the other thing too is that I'm not trying to be mean, so forgive me if you are a Walmart cashier, but if you look at a lot of them, they look like they've had a really rough life. And so
they have a rough time just working there because of how they treat them.
Yeah. So I told my son that my goal every time I go to a cashier is to make them laugh. And I don't care if they're a male or a female. I try to make them laugh.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That is seriously my goal. So it has gotten me in trouble, though.
I haven't gotten in trouble, but I've made a bunch of people laugh. I'm kind of safe with some of the jokes. I don't give them my Cajun TV stuff. Come here, boy. Where you going? With your big nose. Comment.
Yeah, I've had a few cashiers think that I'm a little too friendly with them, and I'm like, no, I'm good.
I had that whenever I got accused of that whenever I was trying to be nice to a customer in the store one time. I told that lady I got a beautiful wife at home, and we were just got married. I said, I don't need your ugly ass. Well, told her that. I told her in front of my boss. I'm like, if I'm going to be accused of something, I'm going to disrespect you for it. Especially that. You're not all that in a bag of chips, bro. Who the hell you think you is?
A bag of chips. I say that too, actually.
You're not all that. She's not. She wasn't. That girl was ugly. She was missing some teeth. Poor baby.
Well, I remember this has been many years ago. Because you got to remember, me and Miss Chip been married almost 29 years. But we were at Target or Walmart or something, and there was this girl acting like she was all pretty. And so Mrs. Chip made some comment about the lady being really confident. And I said, oh, no, that's not confidence. I said, someone's been lying to her.
Damn. Damn. Damn, that's hard. That's hard. Damn.
Yeah, well, that's Mr. Chip for you.
Ooh, no, I'm joking. The guy you're on the stream with, Yeti. No, I'm joking. What the hell? How does that go like that?
Now, I will say the schedule I was talking about earlier for my live streams, it is subject to change because once those things come in, I'm just going to start doing them. So if they come in like on Thursday, I might have a live stream on Thursday with it.
Well, if I ain't doing nothing, you could always hit me up and see what I'm up to.
I'd appreciate that. And as far as that goes, Mr. Yeti, I am always, if I'm available, I'm always willing to be on your streams as well. I gotta say,
once a week, and then we're free. Okay.
Well, I was just gonna say that Yeti's one of those people for me that, although I didn't ever live close to him and didn't go to school with him or anything, he's just one of them people that just as soon as I met him, man, I was like, oh, here's my brother from another mother.
That's how it works.
And I also like the fact that he gets my humor because some people don't.
Man, if you lived with all the people that I've lived with, especially my uncles, my cousins, man, trust me, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Good. Not bad. Yeah, building this right there. I understand why it's not. Why they got this?
Well, after I got one more bag after this one, and I will say there is one YouTuber. Well, actually, he's not on YouTube anymore because they kept demonetizing his stuff. But his name is Rancor Steve. He's over on Rumble, and he does a great Tuesday night stream. It's called Manorama, and it's where he talks about issues that affect men in the modern world. And anyway, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to switch over to that and start watching him.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good guy. I know John is a fan of his too. And don't think I forgot, Mrs. Chip. I like the idea of setting up a GoFundMe.
I need to start doing that just to buy Lego.
Just about.
Jeez.
You ain't kidding about that.
Maybe just don't go there. Man, duh. This is a hard build. You can't just rush through this build because of the detail and the new techniques in that.
So when you say it's a hard build, did you is that from that's what she said or something?
Huh. Only what she says. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm trying to push that together, but it's not gonna connect like that.
All right, one last bag, guys. Let's get this. Oh, lost the seagull. It ran so far away.
I ran. I caught the joke too. Flock of seagulls.
Well, I'm not trying to be political, but I saw this short today that it had the leader, the Ayatollah of Iran, and he's like running in the sand, like across the sand thing, and it has a couple B-2 bombers, and they're playing that song, "I ran so far away."
I've been seeing a lot of videos of our Air Force and that. Maybe that might be Navy.
Well, I do think those what do they call that? The massive ordnance penetrator, the mop or whatever it's called. That thing's freaking huge.
Yeah, that thing's huge. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
That's what Mrs. Chip said. But anyway.
Oh. It's gonna beat your ass.
All right, so we got, I don't know who this is. Maybe this is the Harbormaster, but we got a guy here, a little minifigure.
No, it's the guy that tells you need a bigger boat. I think we need a bigger bird.
Is this that song? Oh, what is that?
I like
Discovery
that one.
Channel.
I wonder how much that one is. Yeah, that one. Which one was that one right there? Is that the Harbormaster?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. That's the one I couldn't get. I didn't have the money at the time. I wanted it bad.
Well,
but I have the original fishing store, so I'm good.
Yeah, I managed to get that one as well. I got it from Bricklink Minifigures.
I ain't saying that. I ain't reading that comment. You can read that one.
She says, "You know it, baby." All right. Well,
it wouldn't sound weird coming out of my voice. It wouldn't sound right.
Okay, so all jokes aside, I will say that I really do appreciate the fact that Mrs. Chip plays along with my jokes, man, because if she didn't, I'd be in a lot of trouble. So I got to give credit where credit is due.
You're lucky. Mine just beats me. No.
Hi, Tiffany.
Hi. I just walk in and that's
I
all I
saw
hear.
you. I saw you. That's why I said it. Ooh, she's bringing me some food. You want to see what I mean? We made some homemade burritos. Grilled cheese burritos, kind of like the Taco Bell ones with the low carb wraps.
So does it have the same effect as a Taco Bell burrito, though?
No, probably won't, man. I don't know what kind of X-Lax they use, you know?
I think whatever X-Lax they use, it's expired. Anyway. So it's worse than regular X-Lax.
Probably.
Well, this is the last bag. I am happy. This is like, I want to put this in my city. I'm not ready for it. I thought I would be, but I am not ready in my city. Need to quit playing around during the day and get out there.
You're lucky I'm not over there. I'd make it. Shotgun City. No, I'm joking. Like shotgun weddings, you're gonna build that city, boy.
Well, I do have some good news though. You know, okay, so I don't mean to ever like preach at anybody or disrespect other people's beliefs, but I do like talking about my own beliefs occasionally and things. And I will say that, you know, I've got a lot of money tied up in Bricklink inventory, and sometimes it doesn't move, especially during the summer months when people are outside more and on vacation and stuff. So how this relates to my beliefs is that even though it's a slow time, I've been saying, what's that?
You're still being provided for.
yeah, I've been praying and asking for help, and you know, I figured out exactly how much money I needed for insulation to finish that wall in my shop, and I prayed about it, and within 24 hours, not even 24 hours, it's just like in like 4 hours, I got like 4 Bricklink orders that were all pretty decent sized, and now I've got enough money for this weekend to go to Home Depot and buy the insulation that I need. So that'll be coming up.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, man.
Thank you. And I have to say too, you know, again, I never mean to preach at anybody, but I will say this about God, what I figured out. You know, some religions even go so far to call him your heavenly Father, right? And and you know, to me, I've been a father. I had a really good father. I still do. He's still around. And as a father, you do care about your kids. So what I'm trying to say is I figured out over the years that if it matters to you, it matters to God, and it's okay to talk to him about it.
That's right. Matthew 7, he wants a personal relationship with you. He wants you, not a fake person, not a religious person. That's right.
Yeah, no, totally. So
anyway, I was going to pretend on Sunday, but yet they're freaking the streets on Saturday night, you know.
Well, isn't that what they say about women, angel and street freaking the sheets?
I'm an angel in the streets, but a freak in the sheets.
Yeah, I think I heard that somewhere once.
I've heard that. I've been told that.
that would not be the reason that I got with Mrs. Chip to begin with. But anyway, yeah, if she could kill me right now, she probably would. All right, guys.
You heard how the boss came in, huh? Whenever I said she beats me.
All right. So we are done building the Harbormaster, set number 910040.
Up on big screen so everybody can see.
All right. Well, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna do a review of this set, a review video, probably in about a week because I got a lot going on in the next couple of days. But so far, without doing a full review, you do have lots of little things I like about it. I like the gas pump. I like the air tanks. Having the anchor up there with the little bit of seaweed going through it looks really cool in my opinion. I love the underside of this thing. That took a lot of thought. And actually, I think that was like the first 4 or 5 bags was just that. The oars, the life preserver. I like the slanted roof there. And let's see. Fishing poles. You got a little window air conditioner. Sorry, it's the opposite of what I'm looking at. Okay, there. And then last but not least, you got this side, which has the main entrance and the Harbormaster sign and all that stuff. And then don't forget the boat. We've got the boat, which I love. I just think this is a really good set. I think it's really well put together, but I'm going to give it a full review here in a few days, maybe a week. Yeti, I want to say thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate you.
Never need to thank me, but you're welcome, man. Always a pleasure.
And if you guys would check out Mr. Yeti, the Cajun Yeti's channel. It's all one word, the Cajun Yeti, no spaces. And all right, guys, you have a great night. All right, have a great night. We'll catch you guys in the next one.